The moment you stop forcing life to obey your plans is often the moment things start moving again. This isn't about quitting. It's about understanding where your power actually lives. The Stoics figured this out long before self-help became a business. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the danger of fighting reality itself, about how much energy we waste resisting what we cannot change. He understood something most people still miss. The struggle isn't outside you. It's inside your own mind. You don't suffer because life is difficult. You suffer because you demand it be different. And that's the shift we're making today. Not a motivational speech, not empty positivity. A real change in how you move through life, work, relationships, pressure, and uncertainty without burning yourself out. Because if you feel constantly stressed, like no matter how much effort you put in, things never quite line up, there's a reason. You might be gripping outcomes that were never yours to control. We spend our lives waiting for approval, waiting for results, waiting for something external to tell us we're finally okay. We tell ourselves, if I just push a little harder, I can force this to work. But the tighter we cling to outcomes, the more anxious we become. The process stops being meaningful. Happiness turns into a conditional contract with the future, and that's the trap. Epictetus warned about this centuries ago. He said we suffer not because of events, but because of our attachment to how we think events should unfold. You don't control outcomes. You control effort, discipline, and perspective. Everything else is borrowed. Think about an artist. When they obsess over perfection, over how the work will be judged, the creativity dies. But when they focus on the act itself, something shifts. Time disappears. Flow takes over. And ironically, the work improves. Life works the same way. When you stop demanding specific results, you free yourself to perform at your best. This shows up everywhere, especially in relationships. You've seen it before. Someone tries too hard. Their energy feels heavy, needy, forced, and people pull away. But someone who is calm, grounded, and unattached to outcomes draws others in without effort. Not because they don't care, because they aren't afraid. That's detachment, and it's powerful. Now let's talk about success. Most people treat life like a checklist. Achieve this by this age, earn this much, hit this milestone, or you've failed. And when life doesn't follow the script, they collapse into self-doubt. But success isn't linear. It never was. If you're locked onto one rigid outcome, you might miss the better opportunity forming right beside it. Ask yourself this honestly. What are you holding too tightly right now? What expectation is quietly draining you? Detachment doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting yourself enough to know you'll be okay no matter how things unfold. So how do you practice this? You start by remembering this daily. Outcomes are not yours. Effort is. Then you reframe. Instead of, I need this to happen, shift to, I'll grow from whatever happens. And finally, you anchor yourself in the present. Stress lives in the future you keep rehearsing. Power lives right now. Life will test you. Some days everything flows. Other days nothing does. The difference between those who break and those who grow isn't luck. It's mindset. You can't control the economy, other people, or random setbacks. But you can control your response. That's real power. William James said the greatest weapon against stress is choosing one thought over another. The Stoics live this. You don't have to believe every thought that enters your mind. You don't have to let every setback define you. A mistake at work isn't proof you're failing. It's feedback. Pressure isn't punishment. It's training. Seneca said difficulties strengthen the mind the way labor strengthens the body. Growth hurts because it's working. But patience is where most people fall apart. We're conditioned for instant results. If progress isn't visible immediately, we assume something's wrong. Life doesn't work on your schedule. No great thing is created suddenly. Wisdom, strength, mastery all take time. You can't pull on a tree to make it grow faster. Sometimes what feels like delay is preparation. And when you stop rushing the process, stress loosens its grip. The real shift happens when you stop chasing and start aligning. There's a difference between desperate action and purposeful action. Desperation comes from fear. Purpose comes from clarity. When you know who you are and what you stand for, you don't scramble. You move deliberately. Think of a master chess player. They don't panic. They don't react to every threat. They see the board. Life rewards the same mindset. Control what's yours. Release what isn't. Stop trying to force people, timing, and outcomes. Focus on becoming the kind of person who can handle whatever arrives. That's freedom. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do what you must, and let what happens happen." That's not weakness. That's strength without anxiety. At the end of the day, life isn't about controlling the world. It's about mastering yourself. And the moment you stop chasing, stop gripping, and start trusting, things begin to fall into place in ways force never could. Take a breath. Do your part. Let the rest unfold. That's Stoic power. Subscribe to Ascend X Awaken.